Hey y'all, Ms. B, and I am here to recap part one of the Real Housewives of New York reunion. After last episode and all the things I've been seeing over social media, over YouTube, I'm kind of irritated with Bravo with this one part reunion because it was a lot of nothing. Bravo, 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 effing bravo, in the words of Denise Richards. What the F did we just watch? That could have just been an introduction to part two. Anyway, I'm just gonna go down how I remember it. Beautiful gowns in a robe. So everybody had on beautiful gowns. I like Sai's dress. I liked Erin's dress. She's pregnant. I love the gold. I liked Uba. She looks very beautiful. I liked Jessel. The picture that Jenna originally took for this reunion with the Balenciaga robe, with the thing, with the head wrap, looked kind of like, old glam. But when I saw it, I was like, ugh. And then to think about, her coochie hair. Remember they always talk about she got really long coochie hair? So I was like, ugh. And then Brienne, why does she always dress like she's from another freaking century? She had on some, I don't know, like something Big Bird would wear. Anyway, she had that on. And then I love Raquel's dress as well. And I love Raquel's hair. So beautiful gowns, coochie robe. Okay, that's how it starts. But before they sit down, they kind of do the whole glam thing that they always do. And Brienne is just walking around like cavalierly, like she was the day after she made that accusation about Uba, like nothing's wrong, like nothing's going on. And then, she goes to Jessel and she's like, hey, what's up, girl? What's the tea? And she was like, how you feeling? She was like, well, I'm good. She's like, you're good. Like, she didn't read the room. Anyway, they all come out, sit down. And basically, it was just a lot of, hey, y'all, what you doing? How you been? Oh, I've been fine. Da-da-da-da. And then a couple times, Brienne, for some reason, I kept looking at her because I'm so still furious with her. But what she did to Uba, she was, I said, why you crying already? Anyway, so Uba is sitting there the entire time after Andy does his introductions and everything, talks to everybody, really not saying much or nothing. It comes to a point where, they recap what so-and-so said, this person said, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't really a lot of nothing. It was just like recapping the trailer that we've already seen on Instagram. That's literally what we just watched. If you've been watching the snippets and the trailers of the reunion for part one, it's basically what we saw tonight. Nothing different. Okay? Sai was the only one kind of activated toward the beginning with Brandon. I'm like, why are y'all just sitting here? Apparently, they just watched the episode, so they stopped filming in June. Not sure when they filmed the reunion. It had to be recently. But anyway, I'm like, nobody's gonna go in and let have on Brienne for making this about Uba. And I'm just sitting there watching Uba. She's just quiet, cute, calm as a cucumber. Even Andy came and asked her, she's like, you gonna be Uba? How she said, I'm gonna be Uba Zen. And she was. Most of the whole show was just the recap of what we already saw, the trailers that we already saw on Instagram, and then they get into the essay subject with Brienne, and she tells her story. I'm not gonna judge her. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna tell you what Andy asked her. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna say. Then I'm gonna move on. How about that? All right. So Andy comes in like he gets his therapy voice on. He asked her, did she press charges against this person? She said no. What am I supposed to do? Go into a hospital and do an essay kit and blah blah blah. Okay. Then she was like, I just want to take a shower. I don't know if I should put bleach in the water. Okay. And then I guess he asked her, who is this person or whatever? And she says she sees him all the time. Uba gets emotional. That's my thing. That's my thing that kind of upsets me about this whole situation with her and Uba, because everybody comes, when they're going through something, they come to Uba. Everybody does. Uba is not, I think with English being her second language, And with also her coming into reality TV, not knowing what to expect or what's edited and what's not, she really, I think to her bone, is a good person because everybody else comes to her. So then, after that, you know, Brynn gets to crying. Not making fun of nobody, SA. That's her story. And then they took a break. Then after that, randomly, Andy's always shady. But he was being extra shady about Jessel's face. He's like, Jessel, you look, you know, touched up a bit. And she's like, Botox and fillers. That's all I've had is Botox and fillers. And then Brynn, of course, leans over. All you had is Botox and fillers. I introduced you to the, okay, whatever. She's like, I didn't finish my question. All I said. So Andy was like, okay, so you have Botox and fillers and, well, you know, I had a little Botox, but I've been having Botox since I was 24 years old. Excuse me. And fillers. What did she say? I think she said Botox and fillers. Yeah, Botox and fillers. That's all I've been having since I was 24 years old. And everybody was looking like, girl, clearly your nose is done. Clearly your teeth is done. Andy was like, you got different teeth. Girl, Jessel, you got different teeth. Oh, yeah, I got veneers. So that's all you had, Botox and fillers and veneers? Yes, that's all I've had, Jessel. Now, I was defending you, girl. I've been riding hard for you on Instagram. And come on, don't start lying like Brynn, okay? Let's not start lying. You had your nose done. You had a little tweaking up here. It's clear. You had something done around your line here. Yes, you have veneers. And it's clear your face is different. So anyway, they start going back and then they get into Jessel. The clip that we saw on Instagram, y'all. With Jessel is getting on Brynn about telling, you know, having to sit there and watch the episode with Pavit where she says the love of her life is some black guy and how her family works. She's like, what do you think my family would think? My husband, he always talks to me. He wouldn't talk to me. Well, I have to explain it to him. He didn't believe me. He did not believe me, Brynn. Get your effing facts straight. Be an effing fact checker. And then Jenna, why Jenna never know nothing? Jenna never knows. I did not know. Jenna gets emotional, and they were like, why are you getting emotional, Jenna? She said, because I did not know that Brynn said that on camera about somebody's marriage. And then Jenna gets all emotional, gets super activated, and Brynn says, I'm sorry. And just like, take your sorry and stick it up your butt. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm just going on top of my head. Because the part one was so boring, so flat. After dropping such a heavy episode as a season finale, to come back with this part one, hey everybody, how y'all doing, was so annoying. I was annoyed, and I understand SA is very sensitive, and I'm not going to negate anything about any woman saying what their experience is. But I just remember the season when Erika Jayne was going through all her stuff with her ex-husband, Tom Girardi. I'm just going to use this as an example. And then I'm done with this video because that's all it was given. It's nothing, okay? I just remember Andy nailing Erika to the cross about, you know, what she knew about Tom's money, what she knew about the victims and the lawsuits and the money and the $20 million being put in her. He nailed her to the fire. Erika stood up like a G, 10 toes down, and held it down. I wanted that same energy from Andy about Brynn lying on Uber, saying that Uber knew that she was SA'd. I wanted that same Andy, but we didn't get it. Because I get it. It's a sensitive subject. Hopefully, I'm being very sarcastic, by the way. Hopefully, part 2 will be better. Or we're going to see it on Instagram too. And I could just watch it as it replays over and over again like they always do. But anyway, that's my recap on Real Housewives of New York reunion part 1. It was a whole bunch of nothing. Beautiful gowns, coochie robe. Goodbye.